I'm Tina Templeman, and today we're going to take a short 30-minute yoga practice for if you've been out and traveling and you'd like a nice, quick, powerful power vinyasa yoga to help heal the body and the mind. Child's pose, please. In child's pose, your big toes will touch. Open your knees the width of your mat, and when you walk your hands forward, stretch your hands away from your body so you feel the skin in your body stretch. As you rest your forehead on the floor, pull your belly up to your spine so you feel the skin in between your vertebrae stretch. Tighten your throat on your long inhale to hear the sound of Ujjayi breath. Your throat still tight as you exhale. It's an audible sound. Ujjayi is oceanic breath. Part of the healing process of the mind and of your energetic body. Come forward to your hands and knees. Stack your wrists right over the top of your shoulders and your knees right under your hips. Curl your toes under. Cat-cows. Cow pose. Stretch your chest forward, tailbone up, look up. Exhale, cat pose. Lift your mid-ribs to the ceiling. Inhale, cow pose. Stretch your front body. Exhale, cat pose. Stretch your back body. Inhale, stretch your front body here. Hold. Now hover your feet. Get into the power, the physical part of the practice, but stay with your breath. The energetic part of the practice. Take another inhale. Down dog, exhale. When you lift your hips, adjust your gaze to the back of your mat and walk your feet further back. So you create a downward facing V shape. Down dog. Bring a little bend in your knees so your tailbone goes up. Push your hands into the floor and forward. Push your feet into the floor and back away from your hands and pull your belly up and in. Walk your hands back to your feet. Ragdoll pose. Keep a little bend in your knees. When you hold your elbows, let your body surrender to gravity. You use your heel bones to push down to lift your hips to the ceiling. Take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, or if you need a towel or a strap between your hands, feel free to do that. Bend your knees so you can take your chest forward, flat spine. Feel very similar to cow pose. Inhale, exhale, fold down like a cat pose. Bend your knees, stretch your chest forward. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Do that one more time. Bend your knees, stretch your toes, take a deep breath. Exhale, fold. Drop your hands to the floor. Walk your hands forward to high plank, Dandasana. Your wrists will be stacked right over your shoulders. Draw your tailbone down to your heels and hug your thighs in and up towards your pelvis. Now soften between your shoulder blades so your chest goes forward. Awesome. This is the healing part of the physical, right? Bringing strength. The healing tender part of your subtle body, your energetic bodies with your breath, with your gaze. Everybody take one more inhale. Take your body further forward. Now lower all the way to the floor. Your elbows to the back of the room. Low cobra. Push the tops of your feet down. Lift your chest forward. Lower your forehead with exhale. Low cobra. When you lift up, draw your elbow points to the back of the room and lower down. You're welcome to go to up dog or stay in low cobra. In up dog, you'll push your feet down, have your upper thighs completely off your mat. Whether you're in cobra or up dog, everybody pull your arm bones to the back of the room. Take a deep breath, lift your chest, roll over your feet, downward dog. Push your feet down and back, your hands down and forward. And we'll create a little bit of flow here. Come forward to high plank. Inhale. Keep your head the same height as your shoulders. Go halfway down to chaturanga. Notice the head, same height as the shoulders. Then up dog, inhale, draw your arm bones back, downward facing dog, exhale. Push with the first two knuckles of your upper palm, right before your pointer and middle finger extend. Push down there, hug your outer arm muscles in around your arm bones, and press your pelvis further away from your lowest rib on your back. With an inhale, lift your right leg to the ceiling, stretch your right toes wide. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, lift your ribs like a cat pose. Inhale, stretch back. Hug your leg muscles straight. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, lift up and back. Inhale, knee to nose, and step forward with exhale. Come onto your fingertips. And the more you pull your right heel back, you bring in the power of power yoga, right? Keep your breath steady. So the more energy that you're adding to the pose, you can blend it with what we call sukha, ease, with your breath and your gaze. Take an inhale. With exhale, push your hips away from your front foot. Curve your spine down to the floor. With inhale, bend your front knee, stretch your chest forward, lift your chest. Exhale, press back. One more time, bend your knee. Inhale, feel the skin stretch across the front of your left hip and step forward. Exhale, land your feet together. Your big toes can touch. Lift halfway. Inhale, stretch your chest forward. Exhale, fold down. With your next inhale, stand, reach up, float your ribs up. With exhale, bring your hands to your chest. Inhale, reach up, stretch your toes. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway, place your hands down, step back to high plank, lower halfway down chaturanga, maybe go to the floor. Cobra or up dog, open the front of your chest. Downward dog, push your hips away from your fingers. Steady long breath in, hear the sound of your breath. Steady long breath out, spin your armpits towards your sternum. Notice the weight of your head, right? That sense of ease, even though you're in a powerful, powerful pose. With your next inhale, lift your left leg. Feel equal pressure with both hands. Bring your knee to your nose. Exhale. Inhale, lift up and back. Your belly lock, belly to the spine, knee to nose. Exhale. One more time, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step between your hands. Come onto your fingertips. Pull your left heel back, lift your chest. Exhale, push your left hip as far away from your toes as possible. Bend your front knee. Pull your heel back, lift your chest. Exhale, press back. Create length on the back of your left leg. Bend your front knee. Inhale. Exhale, press back. Last time, bend your knee. Inhale. Step forward, land your feet together. Exhale. Lift halfway. Forward fold. With your next inhale, stand, reach up, draw your tailbone down, and bring your hands to your chest. Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. You'll lift up with inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana with exhale. Notice the head is the height of the shoulders. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Push with the top part of your palm, your hand down and forward. Push with your feet down and back and your belly pulls in. It heals the physical experience of the body with power and ease. Another Sun A, lift your heels, bend your knees, go to the top of your mat, lift your chest halfway. Forward fold. Stand, reach up, stretch your toes, and then bring your hands to your chest. Grow taller through the crown of your head. Lift up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, your low plank, or go to the floor. Cobra up dog, open the front of your chest. Downward facing dog. The more you push into the floor, the more you will connect to your core. That simple mindfulness awareness of physicality, the physical push down, helps create the pull in. Making that connection is the healing part of mindfulness that yoga offers. You can experience here on a physical level. Take a long breath and rise both your heels. With your exhale, bend your knees, both feet forward. Lift halfway. Forward fold. Utkatasana, chair. As your knees bend, rise your hands. Stretch your toes and move your shins towards your heels. Draw the pit of your belly in and up, your belly lock. You'll feel stretch in your low back, and as you soften your shoulders, your chest can lift. Take a deeper breath. Forward fold, exhale. Lift your body halfway. Go right to Chaturanga Dandasana. Pull your elbows to the back of the mat. With up dog, open your chest. Downward dog, exhale. Lift your right leg, three-legged dog. Step your right foot forward to a low lunge. Take an inhale here. With exhale, pyramid. This time, watch your back heel land. Spin your back toes out to a 45-degree angle, but then create an inner spiral of both your thighs behind you. Be on your fingertips as you lift your chest forward. Maybe you need to bend your front knee. And then on your forward fold, press your right hip back. Bend your front knee to warrior one leg. So you'll bring your front knee right over your front heel. Push into your back heel. Take your hands back to the side with your palms down. When you zip up your core, push into the floor and your pubic bone will lift in. Now rise your hands to warrior one. Push into both feet. Float your ribs to the ceiling. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. Your back foot can move back. Stretch your toes away from the balls of your feet. And now a lock is called Pada Bandha, foot lock. By stretching your toes, your feet lock to the floor. Mula Bandha, where the muscle between your pubic bone and tailbone hugs together, leaves space for Uddiyana, belly lock. Now lock your arm bones to your back, reverse your warrior, up and back, your left hand light. Keep all the locks, Pada Bandha, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Now lift your right ribs up more. With exhale, take your hands to the floor. Chaturanga, or lower to your belly. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift your left leg, three-legged dog. Step your left foot forward, low lunge. Drop your tailbone, lift your chest. Inhale. Pyramid pose, exhale. Note your back heel down. Come to your fingertips, lift halfway. Spin your inner thighs back. With exhale, fold, curve your spine. Bend your front knee, warrior one legs. Take your hands back with your palms down, chest forward. Now zip up your core. With inhale, rise your body up, hands to the ceiling. Float your ribs up. This is warrior one. Push into your back heel. Take a deeper breath. Warrior two, spin your chest open. Pada Bandha, foot lock. Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, core lock. Hug your arm bones to your back so you're locked here in your upper body. Reverse warrior, up and back. Hear your breath. So you're moving powerfully, physically in your body. Hear your breath to keep your energetic body ease. Take one more inhale. Hands to the floor, Chaturanga Dandasana. Pull your chest forward. With up dog, rise your chest to the ceiling. Downward facing dog. That was a variation of a Surya Namaskar B. We're going to do that again. One more time. Start with rising your heels. Bend your knees. Come to the top of your mat. Lift halfway. Forward fold. Chair pose, one breath. Exhale, fold down. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward dog. Inhale, right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, step forward, take a low lunge. Deep breath in, pyramid pose, exhale. Stretch your toes and lift your head, fold down. Bend your front knee with inhale, take your hands back, zip up, floor to core with exhale. Inhale, rise up, warrior one, warrior two, reverse warrior, chaturanga, dandasana. Up dog, inhale, push your feet into your mat. Down dog, exhale, press your hands into the mat. Lift your left leg, three-legged dog. With exhale, step forward, deep lunge. Inhale, pyramid pose, exhale. Lift halfway, inner thigh, spin back, fold down. Bend your front knee, take your hands back. Push into the floor, zip up your core. Go to warrior one, raise your hands. Open warrior two, lock your arm bones to your back. Reverse warrior, up and back. Chaturanga, dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg to three-legged dog. Step your right foot forward, come to warrior one. Open warrior two. As you straighten your front leg, move to triangle. Your back hip will spin forward. Lower your right hand. Lift your left hand. Look up past your left thumb. Stretch your toes away from the balls of your feet. Pada Bandha, locked in. Uddiyana Bandha, pull in. Now stretch the crown of your head towards the front of the room. And then take your top hand behind your back, creating a bind. If your left hand can reach your inner thighs, awesome. Spin your left shoulder back. Slowly bend your front knee, side angle. Your right knee will stack right over your right heel. Push into both heels like you felt earlier. Yeah, the power of Pada Bandha. Spin your top shoulder up, a full bind. Both hands can come underneath the leg or stay in a half bind. If you get both hands behind, see if you can straighten your arms, lengthen your chest forward, deepen into your breath. One more inhale, open your hands. On exhale, lower your left hand, go to side plank. You'll roll your heels to the left. You can stack your ankles. You're welcome to grab your foot and then take your right leg to the ceiling. Take two more breaths here. One more. Inhale, chaturanga. Go to up dog, rise your chest or stay in cobra. Downward dog, exhale. Left leg, three-legged dog. Step forward, warrior one. Warrior two. Triangle pose as you straighten your leg. Spin your back hip forward. Start to spin your right rib on top of your left. Hear your breath. Half bind. Your top hand doesn't need to move much, just bend the elbow. And then you take it behind your back. Spin your top shoulder up. And slowly bend your front knee to a half bound side angle or move into a full bind. Push into both feet. Pada Bandha, stretch your toes. Uddiyana Bandha, belly in. Mula Bandha, reach your tailbone towards your back heel. Two more breaths. Next, inhale, lift your right hand, lower your right hand, and go to side plank. Your variation, whether you took your left foot up or you stacked your ankles, or maybe your bottom knee is down. 2 more breaths. 1 more, inhale, lower, chaturanga, exhale. Up dog, inhale, pull your arm bones behind your ribs, down dog, exhale, crow or squat. A squat pose, it's malasana. You'll walk your feet forward, take your toes to the outside of your mat, heels down, fingers come together. Push your knees wide with your elbows, lift your chest. Crow pose. Your hands are forward, your knees go to your triceps, maybe 1 foot, maybe both feet. Everybody, 2 more breaths. Feel the power, bring in your breath. 1 more, inhale, chaturanga dandasana. Everybody take your legs back. With up dog, inhale, down dog, exhale. Rise both your heels. Bend your knees, go to the top of your mat. Lift halfway, forward fold, heel toe your feet apart, grab your big toes. Patangustasana, you'll lift your chest and then pull down and lift your tail. Bring your head towards your shins and press your hips to the ceiling. Lift your hips as high as you can. Take 1 more exhale, release, bring your feet to touch where your big toes come together, heels apart, chair pose. Bend your knees, raise your hand. Bring your hands to your chest, revolve chair. Your right elbow will lift to the ceiling, your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Now open up your hands and stretch your tailbone as far away, twisting. Heals the spine, lengthens, strengthens the spine. Take 1 more deep breath, fold down, and go right back to chair. Bend your knees, rise your hands. Bring your hands to your chest, spin left. And now your left elbow's up, right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Put as much length in your low back as possible. Reach your tailbone back, and then open your hands. The inner spiral of your thighs that I talked about in pyramid, if you do inner spiral here of both thighs, it can help lengthen your tail. Take 1 more deep breath, forward fold. Everybody step your right foot back, deep lunge. Inhale, pyramid pose, exhale, both heels down. Revolved triangle. Your right hand can stay under your right shoulder on your fingertips, or right hand on top of your right foot, or right hand to the outside of your baby toes. Begin by taking your left hand forward and reach your left hip as far away from your fingers as possible. Then start to reach your left hand up. Continue to press your left hip back. Start to look up. Pada Bandha, foot lock. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, core lock. Find power in the locks. Take a deeper breath. Hands to the mat. Step forward, forward, fold. Step your left foot back. Deep lunge. Inhale. Pyramid. Exhale. Revolve triangle here. Fingers under shoulder or hand or the outside of the foot. Right hand forward. Length. Get as much length as possible. Length, length, length. And now lift your hand up. So move your left hip back more. Yes. Do an inner spiral with both thighs. It'll stretch your tailbone back. Take 1 more deep breath. Both hands to the floor. Go to a high plank pose. Lower slowly to the floor, then bend both knees and find your heels for bow pose. Reach back with both hands. Lift your belly and now lift your feet. Lift the upper palate of your mouth to the ceiling. Yeah, and breathe to your back and side bodies. 1 more deep, deep breath. Release, look right. Bend your knees, grab your feet, hug your belly in, bow pose, lift up. Spread your toes. Feel the power of muscle energy. Strengthening your back in a back bend is good. Reach through the roof of your mouth up to the ceiling. One more deep breath and release. Bring your knees to the top of your mat and then move on to your back, whether you cross your ankles or you move your legs to the side. Feet flat, curve your tailbone towards your heels, roll down. And once your head and shoulders land, a bridge pose. In bridge, you'll let your heels come in, close enough your fingertips can find your heels. Then lift your hips. From there, push your arm bones down to let your chest lift and hug your belly down. Steady, steady breath, and the same cores, locks are here. Pada Bandha, stretch your toes. Mula Bandha, lengthen your back. Uddiyana Bandha, belly to spine. Keep your hips in the air. Take your hands by your head. Lift to wheel. Go. 3 more breaths. Breathe to your upper back. 2. Let your side ribs expand with your inhale. Come to the floor. Everybody, hips down. And one more time, wheel. Set your hands. Exhale your belly to your spine. Inhale, lift your hips. Open your front body. The healing experience of physical strength in a back bend ignites your energy. So tame your energy. Use your breath. Lower to the floor. Lift your legs straight up to the ceiling. Stay on your back. This is Viparita Karani. It releases your energy down. Stay with Ujjayi breath. Your choice is continue to stay or lift to shoulder stand. Shoulder stand, the elbows push into the floor and walk tight behind your ribs. Lift your chin off your throat so your breath pathway is open, and the more you press your arm bones down, the more your rib cage lifts. So now the lock to the floor is with the back of your elbows. Take a deep breath. If you're in shoulder stand, slowly pike your hips to plow pose. Keep your hips going up so the stretch is on a lift. Keep your chin off your throat so your breath is flowing in and out with ease, keeping the healing energy, the taming of your body, the subtle body. That's your energetic body. And then everybody slowly come down to a seat. And you'll bring your heels close to your butt. Reverse tabletop. Your fingertips face your heels. Lift your hips. Stretch the roof of your mouth to the back of the room. And now slowly lift your chin. Take a deep breath. Lower to the floor. Supine half pigeon. Your right ankle goes over your left thigh. Grab your left thigh and you lay down on your back. Your right elbow can push your right knee away. And if that's not enough stretch, your right hand can push your right knee away. Press both your shoulder blades flat to the floor and hear your breath. One more inhale. With exhale, let go of your left leg. Let your right knee cross on top of your left knee. Eagle your legs, hands out to the side. Scoot your hips to the right and drop both your knees to the left. And then you revolve your chin to the left, to the right. The belly in, core lock, help lengthens your spine. Keep your breath deep to your side and back ribs. Come on to your back, supine half pigeon with your left ankle over your right leg. Whichever variation will give stretch in your left hip. Lengthen your tailbone away from your shoulders. Let your left knee cross over your right. Eagle your legs, hands out to the side. Scoot your hips to the left. Drop your knees to the right. One more inhale. Exhale your chin to the left. Come back onto your back, hug your knees, rock or sway. And relax your whole body to Shavasana. Close your eyes in your final corpse pose. Together, take a big, slow breath in. Let your ribs fill, let your belly fill. Take another sip of breath on top of that. In, open your mouth. Complete surrender. And now there's no more control of Ujjayi breath. But you're still in observance of your breath. And you'll feel your energetic, your subtle body start to soften and pool around your physical body. And your physical body is here, heavy, at ease on your mat. And all the work that you've just done in this short amount of time is creating the healing, the physical healing, strengthening, energetic, mindful healing. Rest in the healing power and energy of your yoga. You can stay as long as you choose in your own Shavasana. Otherwise, you can start to stretch your fingers and toes, awaken your body, full body stretch. Take a long breath in. Roll to your right side and push yourself up to a seat. When you gather your hands together in front of your chest, your hands are placed in what's called Anjali Mudra. It's a hand placement. It's a mudra of offering. You have offered yourself healing in the short amount of time through your yoga practice. Let your forehead bow to your fingers in gratitude. When you lift your forehead up, bring your thumbs to the center of your forehead. The light and divine in me honors and acknowledges the healing power of the light and divine in all of you. Namaste. Namaste.